Look, if I was LeBron James this offseason, I would weigh my options. Honestly, I think Cleveland, he's put himself in a situation where he can't go to another team, and just knowing his character and just knowing everything, what he stands for, he him as a person, he can't take another hit to his reputation going through that process again after he said, he was pretty stable in Cleveland, he wasn't going anywhere again. But here's the thing with LeBron, and this has never been done before in NBA history. He's banking on himself every year. You talking about a guy who's 31 years old, who has never had an injury in his career, and who's banking on his health to last every year. So he's in that position where he can continue to sign 1 year deal after 1 year deal just to make sure that the Cleveland owner, Dan Gilbert, stays on his toes, make sure he's signing the correct pieces, a la Tristan Thompson, one of LeBron's closest friends. And that's tough, though. Like, if LeBron were to go down with a torn ACL or an Achilles, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, what does he do? Because he's only on 1 year contracts. He's banking on himself. What does he do then? But he's banking on his health, and he leaves that opportunity available to leave, maybe return to Miami. Right now, I think there's Miami and the Clippers because of the respect he has for Doc Rivers. Those are the only two teams I could even, and we talking maybe 4 or 5%, see him even potentially returning to. Honestly, I don't think he'll put his family through free agency. I mean, I think he called Miami college for him when he was there. I think he said Miami was like just growing up and becoming a man. And I don't think his family was stable there. I don't think they too much cared for that Miami lifestyle. I know his wife opened up her own juice bar and everything down there. But I think they were more comfortable back in the Cleveland area, back in the Ohio area rather. And I don't think he'll put himself through that. But as far as the team aspect of it, I'm not the biggest fan of Kyrie as a player that you want on your team as a contender. Kyrie or Kevin Love. I'll get to both of them. Kyrie's a great individual talent. I'm not 100% sure he can ever be the piece of a team that wins. Same goes for Kevin. You're turning Kevin into a spot-up shooter. Look, when Kevin was in Minnesota, he averaged, I think about 25 and 10 his last season there. But here's the thing. Every team in the NBA is going to average up at least 85 points, 85 points. Somebody had to get those points for Minnesota, and I think we look at him as a star or a borderline superstar, but in all actuality, he was just the one benefiting from playing on a bad team, a la Kyrie, who was on a bad team as well. And they both never shown us that they can win anything, and I don't know about them. I think LeBron took for granted the consistency and the work ethic that a Chris Bosh and a D Wade put in every year, and I think he took that for granted, and he's seeing that now. LeBron's literally going around people who don't not knocking Kyrie or Kevin, but they don't treat the game the way he does. LeBron's the ultimate professional with the game, works hard, works every day, still trying to get better at the age of 31, and I think he is just a testament to him and the work that he puts in, but he's suffering because nobody else puts in that work. As a matter of fact, Dwayne Wade's in the best health he's been in quite some time this year. Now, had Dwayne Wade only missed a few games last year and the year before that, when 2 years ago, when LeBron was in Miami, he'd still be in Miami. The problem was D-Wade was missing 30, 35 games a year because he knew he had LeBron and he knew he had Bosh available at his disposal. Bron would have never went anywhere. Bron would have stayed in Cleveland. Stayed in Miami if he would have knew he had a healthy D-Wade, the D-Wade that's available this year. But now since Bron left, D-Wade's taking it personal, and now he's back working out and taking that game as serious as he did back in 04 and 05. And And now LeBron's like, man, what was this when I was playing with you? If you would have put that work ethic in and that time in and keeping your body right, I would have never left to begin with. Hey, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my interview, my performance, or maybe it was a feature story. Now, right now, you can either subscribe to my channel or you can watch other performances. Thank you for taking the time out. It's MrTeleferro.com.
I hope they lock you up so you will never become a doctor. What are you talking about? They interrupted you in your practice. You don't have a practice. You want to know why? You don't have a degree. You're not a doctor, man. You don't